It is another edition of Noisevox's FaceTime. A beautiful day here in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. We are up on the roof, as you can see. The roof of Braund Sound Studios, which we're going to be heading down to a little bit later on. Hear some music from this man right here, a man who has had quite a year already, because he had his first record out earlier in the year called Rock and Roll Nightclub. Hopefully you guys heard that one, and if you didn't, you should check it out and check out number 2, Mac DeMarco number 2, which is going to be out very soon. Different kind of record somewhat, which we'll be getting into. But as I said, been quite a year, and it's good to meet you, man. Good to see you. Thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
No problem.
And you are, has it been a while since you've been in New York?
Well, I was here last Wednesday.
Oh, so not
about 5 hours. But
like transferring planes or something?
Had to, because I don't know if I should, yeah, it's probably fine to say it now that we're in the States, but we're playing most of these dates, well, all these dates without an American visa. So I kind of had to do a sketchy border run. With the gear. And just drove to New York on a whim with these guys I met from New Orleans. And yeah, got it across, but I had to get back for a show that night in Montreal, so it was pretty much just 2 days straight of driving, didn't get much sleep.
How would you characterize the musical differences between the two? Because I think that, I mean, it's hard to assume that the people watching this have necessarily heard the first record, but I mean, I think there's a pretty dramatic difference. I mean, not every song on Rock and Roll Nightclub, but a fair amount of them have this, well, at least they earned you this sort of like crooner, you know, rock and roll crooner kind of thing. And I think, I don't know if it was all meant to be sort of a conceptual thing, but definitely there's a certain mood to it, sort of a nighttime mood, and a lot of people would call it sort of a sleazy kind of kind of thing. So was that, I mean, did you see that record as sort of a character?
Yeah, well, I think like when I was recording it, I didn't really know. I was trying to make like fast, like really, because I usually make pop songs, like mid-tempo pop songs. I was trying to make really fast, like Ramones, high energy rock album or whatever. I was just screwing around really, but yeah, I realized I wasn't very good at writing songs like that. So I slowed them down on because I was doing it on a really crappy tape machine, and slowed it down, and then I was like, well, I guess if it's slow like this, I should sing funny too, and I sang like low and then slowed the voice down a little bit as well, so it sounds kind of like Elvis or something.
It does, yeah. I just think this record is like, it plays as a lot more sort of straightforward, and I don't know if sincere is the word, but yeah, that's...
I think it's definitely, because when Rock and Roll Nightclub initially started getting heard by people, it was like, it was weird for me, especially because I was coming down to New York and stuff and playing these shows to people that were expecting, like hair up and makeup.
Right. Weird, because they'd seen that in pictures.
Yeah, exactly. And those press photos were actually, like, that was on Halloween too. It's like not even really meant for that. But it all worked out fine. But, you know, it was a bit confusing for people when they see that I'm just like, oh, he's just wearing like jeans, he's kind of a regular looking guy, and his voice isn't like that low. I guess he can sing sort of low, but yeah, I don't know, it's just like, kind of drives you nuts after a while.
You know, I've seen a few places that you may hate this, but I certainly wouldn't mind it, the Ariel Pink comparisons, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't think it's so much musical, because I think what you're doing musically is a bit in a different place than his thing, but I think some of where that comes from is that so much of what Ariel does, and I know him fairly well, is generally assumed to be pretty tongue-in-cheek. You know, but it's funny, I just interviewed him not too long ago about his new record, and we were talking about the fact that he can sort of change on a dime between his sort of deep voice, kind of like wicked, sleazy character kind of mode, to this kind of real sincere, sweet kind of pop thing. And I said to him, well, are you ever concerned that like there's this maybe Boy Who Cried Wolf thing, that no one's ever going to take you seriously when you're being sentimental, because they think they're just waiting for a punchline? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly how I was feeling recording this record. I was kind of like, oh man, this is crazy. Like, and we started playing these shows where I was getting naked and stuff, so everyone is like, crazy.
Now they want to see the nakedness.
Yeah. They want to see like, stick a drumstick up your But, you know, I think it's cool, though, as well, because I think a lot of people, what they realize about, say, Ariel Pink or something like that is that if you're doing it, because I know for him, he has a band now, I mean, I have a band as well, but if you're just sitting at home and, like, recording on a 4-track or something, I mean, there's no reason to, like, I mean, Stevie, just do whatever you want, really. I mean, I think it just makes it more fun for whoever's making the music to bounce back and forth, do like weird stuff. I mean, the sincerity thing is one thing, but as far as the music goes,
At the end of the day, it's about the music. It's not about the antics. You
yeah,
know?
I mean, well, the antics usually come for us when either we're like, haven't practiced or we're too drunk. A really terrible show, like terrible, like we're not playing any of the notes right. All of a sudden, you pull your butt out, and everyone's like, I've seen in my life.
Freaking Out in the Neighborhood is, I think, still probably my favorite track, at least at the moment anyway. It's just so like bright and just got this jangly thing to it that it almost reminds me of some certain like Brit pop bands, you know, a little bit.
Well, I've been a lot of the stuff I've been listening to a lot lately. Not even so much like getting inspiration from for songwriting, but maybe the recording is like 70s, power pop or like Brit pop, or something like that, really dry sounding, not too much reverb. So I was trying to go for that, I guess, and yeah, the Brit pop thing I'm very into. I just like the guitar.
What's the lyric all about? Are you the freak in question, or?
With the well, it kind of correlates with the drumstick up the butt stuff.
Oh right, yeah.
Doing a lot of that. And people nowadays are just going to take a video, especially of something like that, and put it immediately on YouTube.
Yeah.
So my aunt actually saw a video of it, and I got probably like a just 6-paragraph message from her on Facebook.
Wow.
Mac, what are you doing? Bath salts or something, like just had a little bit of explaining. I think my grandma saw it too. But I went home this Christmas or this summer. I was like, don't worry, like it's cool. Check it out. I'm still the same.
Are you from a musical family, or your parents?
Yeah. Well, my grandma and grandpa, they both were music instructors. My grandma's like an opera singer, and my aunts have all sang, and my mom plays guitar and sings a little bit, but. I guess I kind of skipped a generation. They're all doing their own thing. Never really pursued music, but I guess I'm doing it now. I guess. Yeah.
So it's funny that the whole you know, what you were saying about what people came to, what they would expect from you when they would come to see the shows, and the sort of like reputation, I guess, that you had, and part of that was a not exactly concealed interest in porn, which was, I probably read like 12 Mac DeMarco interviews at this point, and I think maybe 7 of them mention, in one way or another, mention porn. Is that just like part of that thing, or is that?
I think it's just, you know, part of being a young man.
Yeah, I would.
But I mean, yeah, I'm not like a porn fanatic or anything, but it's out there.
It is out there.
Internet, so
it's out there.
Might as well.
Do you have your own? Do you do a little home video making yourself, creating
not
yourself?
Me, not me.
All right.
Not so much. Maybe someday. I don't know.
You have, however, made other kinds of videos, plenty of them, and it's kind of amazing, actually. Was there? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was there a video for every track on Rock and Roll Nightclub, or at least the main tracks?
Yeah, quite a few. I think we have like 4 or something now. 4 videos for that. Of like, I've just because up in Montreal, there's a ton of people doing. I have a bunch of friends that do videos, and anytime anyone releases an album, it's like everybody wants to do a video. So I'm like, yeah, well, I got this thing. Like, you might as well.
So it's not like it's breaking the bank for you to do all these videos.
Oh, no, most of them, like my friends will just do them for free, which is nice. Even like my friend that did the Only You video and the Exorcism and My Demons video for the old.
That's Evan.
Evan Krasowski, yeah. He just did that Rhymes, like new.
Oh yeah.
Not the new one, but
the one with her and the football players and all that. That's great. That's
he just loves shooting on film, so it's like, you want to do a video, and he's trying to build his portfolio, so and learn how to do all this stuff. He's getting really good, and it's great to be able to shoot
cool.
film. So it looks crazy. So
he wasn't the. How should we say, the woman in the kitchen, was he?
No, that was my friend Alex.
Oh, okay. Who played in Makeout?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm jumping all over the place, but now just to run through a few of the other videos, because as I'm talking about them, I just want to show people a little B-roll of each. Rock and Roll Nightclub itself was an animated one, which is pretty cool.
Jason Harvey did that one.
Yeah, that's fairly recent, right?
Yeah, I guess it came out maybe a month or so ago.
Right. She's All I Really Need is sort of like this beachy thing where you're doing some fine moves, I might add.
Just pretty much just.
Did you improvise that, or was there choreography?
Just whatever in front of a camera. Because we were doing another video and there was a green screen, so it's kind of like, Mac, just screw around. I was like, all right, and then, you know.
That's good. Some Michael Jackson type stuff there, yeah. Crotch grabbing. And then this awesome European Vegas thing, which it's like a little mini film. And it goes places that I don't want to say too much about it, but essentially it's a newlywed sort of idea, and then there's some murder that goes on. And
to tell you the truth, I don't really understand the video too much myself. It's my friend Angus in Montreal who also does videos. Evan actually shot that one, but Angus made that one. He wrote the whole treatment, and I don't know. I don't really understand the idea of it, but it looks really nice and it's cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. I don't want to delve too much into the history, but I want to get a little bit into it, because I feel like most times you read the Mac DeMarco story, it begins in Vancouver, but you grew up in Edmonton, right?
Yeah, I'm from Edmonton.
Was that, well, you said your grandparents were musically inclined.
Yeah.
Were you in bands and stuff?
Yeah, I played in a bunch of bands in Edmonton. With one of the guys that plays with me now, Peter. He was kind of like a couple years older than me in high school, so he was like, I'm going to buy you a 6-pack, I'm going to take you out to some shows. And I was like, sweet, man, this is amazing. So from that point, I was kind of like, oh, I just want to play shows. And at that point, I had no idea what was going on outside of the local Edmonton scene. And then I moved to Vancouver after high school, started Makeout Videotape with my old friend Alex, and we picked up a little bit of like hype in town there and played. We were playing like every week pretty much. And
was it similar songs to what would be on Rock and Roll Nightclub?
Sort of. I mean,
or Only You was a Makeout Videotape song.
Yeah. The second half of Rock and Roll Nightclub sounds more like the way Makeout Videotape sounded. So, yeah, sort of. No like Elvis singing or anything.
No.
But yeah, I guess.
I'm a Man. Was that one of the?
No, those are all new as well.
Okay.
But it sounds kind of like She's Really All I Need. That's what Makeout stuff sounds most like on the album.
Oh, up out of bed at 3, and I feel like I'm dying. But if she's there next to me, then there's no use in crying, 'cause she's really all I need.
gentleman Peter Sagal.
Mac DeMarco. Mac Station. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Don't bring me down, man. Wearing that frown, man. Now, trials for my brain. Step into my frame now. Don't bring me down, man. Wearing that frown, man. Now, trials for my brain. Step into my frame now.
So then, when and how did the decision to move to Montreal happen?
We went on a big tour across the States a couple summers ago, and what ended up happening? I guess I ran well, I guess we left from Vancouver. I was already out of money in like Portland or something. So I was just poor all summer, like just couldn't even eat. And we get back to Sled Island Festival in Calgary, and after that I just had to go straight back to Edmonton, 3 hours to my mom's house, and just be like, I gotta like cool off for a minute and find a way to make some money. And so I lived at her house for about eight months or something, and then
Is she supportive of all this? Is she?
Oh, yeah, she's fine with it. She's great. But yeah, and then I guess I just decided might as well go to Montreal. I always had a fun time there, so we tooted across. Me and I had been dating a girl in Edmonton too, so she came with me. The whole city itself, it's for English kids. You move in, and you never leave like an 8-block radius because everybody lives here, and the rest is French, and they don't want anything to do with you anyway.
They really don't?
Not at all. But I mean, yeah, the music scenes, there are a couple like different pockets, but for the most part, everybody that comes from the West Coast to Montreal or from Toronto or anything is in like one scene, and then there's obviously a huge population of Halifax kids and East Coast kids, and they're kind of in a like, a lot of them really like math rock and stuff. And
oh yeah.
Other kids, there's a very like poppy scene that like maybe Grimes and bands like that are in. So I guess she hasn't lived there for a while, but yeah,
Dusted.
Everybody's pretty connected, yeah.
Yeah. You talked a few times about how you used to, maybe you still, I don't think you do, worked at a grocery store?
I did.
Yeah.
Seagull's Market in St. Laurent. Actually, my bass player right now just left because he took my job over, I guess, a little while ago. Yeah, it was like the night shift. You go in at 10 p.m., stock the vegetables with this old man named Meyer. Real sweet guy. Really like him. Probably like 70 years old or something at this point. But yeah, it was a really, really strange job. Get off at 3 in the morning. Don't really have any kind of social life. Sleep until like 3:30 every day. But you got
Do
to.
you get, and most of your customers French speaking, or?
Yeah, well, I mean, the time that I was in there was no one there because I was doing the restock. I was boxing old women's groceries for a while, and yeah, they were French. Most of the time, they don't even want you to touch their groceries because it's, the language barrier is very
yeah.
weird.
Are you like writing all the time? Do you already have sort of a good part of a third record in your head, or not so much?
Not really. I mean, I think I'm just gonna think of how I want the next record to sound. I've been thinking like maybe like more energy, or like maybe Jonathan Richman like guitar vibe. But when Caps Track says like, hey, we need the next one, then I'll just sit in my underwear for a couple weeks and I'll have a new record, I guess. So.
It'll come to you. Yeah. Are you going to be staying in the States and Canada for the rest of the year, do you think? Or?
No, I think in November we go over to Europe for some shows. I think we're playing the Winter Primavera. I don't know if it's announced yet or not. I think it's confirmed. I'm not really sure. But we're doing that, and then we come back, and I'm sure we'll be touring a little bit more. And then the funny thing is this record hasn't really come out, and we've got a tour built sort of on Rock and Roll Nightclub. So we'll get back from this tour, and then Caps Tracks will be like, well, you need to go support this record. So I'll be like, oh, we get back.
So with this current one you're about to go out on, it's a lot of these songs in the set, or not?
Yeah, there'll be a bunch of these songs in the set.
Half and half for the
Probably
two?
half and half, yeah.
Well, listen, best of luck with it, man. It's great to meet you, and I love the first record, but this is amazing in its own way. So best of luck, and I hope I see you soon. Take care. Thanks. Appreciate it.